Hello everyone, Coach Courtney and Coach Sam here, and today we are going to talk to you guys about modifications for those of you guys who have some knee pain, maybe have bad knees, maybe have a prior injury, but ways to safely train your lower body and maybe take some of the stress off and take some of the pain away from those knee exercises. So
a couple of the main things that I'll always recommend is for anybody that has any kind of knee injury or just knee pain, especially while training, I use a couple of different things. I have knee sleeves that I use just through any traditional leg day, even when I'm training glutes, just to give a little bit of extra support around my knees. Then I have wraps that I use when I'm doing heavy compound exercises, so like squats, leg press, anything where the weight is going to be a little bit heavier. And I personally will use them when I'm doing unilateral exercises like split squats and lunges, but traditionally in my programming, I don't do a whole lot of lunges for people with knee issues. So today we're going to also talk a little bit about some modifications that you can do on machines to make sure that we're avoiding knee pain. So if you want to talk maybe a little bit about what are some different feet positioning that we can do, say on a leg press.
yeah, so when we're doing leg presses, there's different machines that kind of move differently. The one that we like to use is actually called a squat press, but the way that machine moves is actually a little bit more friendly to your knees than just like a flat platform move straight up and down leg press. But if you put your feet higher on the platform and actually turn your toes out a little bit versus having your knees kind of straight in line with your toes and creating tension here, again, turning your toes out a little bit will save your knees a little bit there and take some of that tension away.
Yeah. And I think that's going to kind of go for a hack squat as well. If you're moving your feet farther out from you on the platform, that's going to alleviate some of the immediate pressure on your knees in that exercise. So feet out a little bit higher to help with that. And we can do the same thing if you are doing unilateral exercises, say lunges, this is a good tip for, really for anybody when you're doing lunges, but especially if you have knee issues, you want to make sure that your knee is staying always on top of your ankle, never tracking forward over your toe, because this is where the injury and pain is going to occur most. So if we're able to lunge here, no knee pain. That's even my bad knee.
Yeah, and I think it's worth noting too, that's actually why on the leg press you want to put your feet higher up on the platform, because it's not going to create that crazy angle between all of this. So I think that's worth noting. And then Sam mentioned too, when she's doing lunges or like a Bulgarian split squat, a lot of times, you might want to put your toe flat on the bench. She'll actually prop that toe up when she's doing a Bulgarian split squat versus shoelaces down. So it's toe on the bench versus shoelaces.
And that actually kind of forces your glutes forward, so you're engaging your glutes better through that exercise and makes it almost impossible to let your knee fall over your toe, which is, even if you have the best form, when you start fatiguing, those kind of things are going to happen.
Yeah, for sure. And then some of the other exercises too, like if we're talking about a traditional barbell squat, using a machine that gives you added stability, so you're preventing any lateral motion, forward, back, plane of movement. It's gonna, that Smith machine, you can lean on it a little bit. It's gonna keep the range of motion straight up and down. And again, it's gonna be a little bit easier on your knees.
Yeah. I would say also, if you in particular do suffer from any kind of knee pain, knee injuries, play with your footing a little bit to see where it's most comfortable. I know for me personally, when I squat, I have to go a little bit wider in my stance, toes angled out a little bit more, and my squat doesn't go quite as low just because my knees can't handle it. So my range of motion is, say, 90 degrees, where Courtney will be way below 90 degrees when we
Yeah, and that's the thing too, there's a lot of people, on the internet that will talk about range of motion, and there's benefits to different ranges of motion. You don't always have to go all the way down and all the way up, and again, creating a crazy angle here with your knee might not be the best. It's okay to do a 90-degree squat, feel tension here, and then squeeze up and not maybe go break parallel or even go all the way down. Squatting with the range of motion that you can do is better than not squatting at all and not causing pain in your knees.
Most important thing is, if you do have an injury, if you do have really bad pain, please talk to a doctor about those injuries first, a physical therapist or a certified professional that can help you with that before you take on any kind of training program.
Yes. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We hope that your knees will not limit your training too much. Hopefully this will alleviate any pain and prevent any future injuries that might occur from, improper form. So we appreciate you guys watching. Hope that you can apply this, and hit that like button if you like the video.